Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be a review on a brand new product at the drugstore. It's very exciting. I have here with me the new Hard Candy Look Pro Matte Eyeshadow Pro Palette. This palette just came out recently at the drugstore. I'm not sure if it's in stores yet. At least I haven't seen it in stores here in Canada. This palette was actually sent to me by my friend here on YouTube, Danny, so shout out to her for getting this palette to me because I was super excited to try it and I really wanted to test it out once I saw it online. So I'm sure you guys can find it online. I will link it down below, you know, Hard Candy's website or Walmart's website, or I'll try to find it for you guys and link it down below. So I've been playing with this palette this past week and I've been absolutely loving it. I actually used it today to create this look. I just finished filming this look that I'm wearing right now, so the tutorial for it is already up on my channel. I will link that down below for you guys to watch. And also make sure to go follow me on Instagram where I have more pictures of this look and also more pictures of the palette and swatches and everything. So my username is Lavinia. I will link that down below also. So make sure to go follow me on there. But anyways, today I'm just going to be talking about the pros and cons about this palette, if I like it, if I don't, you know, the quality, you know, and everything like that. And I will also be giving you guys swatches on all the shadows, so let's just get into it. So this palette right here has 15 shades. Now when I saw it online I thought it would be a lot smaller, but when I got it I was so happy to see that the pan size is really nice and large, so you do get quite a bit of product in here, which is nice because it is a drugstore palette. It also has a little mirror here, but the mirror is actually really nice and you can use it to create your eyeshadow looks. I actually don't mind that the mirror isn't as big as this whole section right here. At first I didn't even think there was a mirror, but I do like that they included a little one up here. And also when I opened this palette up, I was surprised to see that this palette actually comes with two brushes. Now my initial thought was I'm never going to use these because usually when palettes come with little brushes like this, they're not that good. But I actually don't mind these brushes. It comes with two double-sided brushes, so this one right here has like a fluffy like crease slash lid brush, and then on the other side it has like a flat you know, eyeshadow brush, and then the other one has smaller brushes. So right here you could use this like as an inner corner little brush, or to you know, do your lower lash line, and then it has a fluffier like little detailed crease brush. So these brushes aren't bad actually. I use them from time to time to highlight my brow bone or just blend in the crease. So I do like that they included two little brushes in here that aren't bad quality. So that was a pleasant surprise. Now I will put on the screen somewhere the price of this palette. Obviously it is drugstore, so affordable, and I love the drugstore coming out with matte palettes. Personally, I love matte eyeshadows as much as I love my shimmers and glitters and stuff. Matte eyeshadows are something that are essentials to me. I use them on an everyday basis, whether it's a natural eye look or a really intense smoky eye. I'm always reaching for matte shades, and the sad part is that the drugstore doesn't have many eyeshadow palettes that are matte or many matte shades at all. Most drugstore palettes that I've come across have mostly shimmers, and if they do have a couple mattes, they're not the best. But recently I've seen the drugstore step up their game and come out with more matte palettes. If you guys don't know already, I really love the Sonia Kashuk matte palette and the e.l.f. matte for matte palette. Those are two of my holy grail palettes. I highly recommend them. And I'm gonna say right now that I think I love this palette just as much. The quality is just as nice. I love the shade selection. I feel like you can create a lot of looks with it. And yeah, I've just been really impressed by it. So this is more of a cool tone palette, as you guys can tell here. I do gravitate more towards warm tone shades like, you know, more burgundies and warm browns and stuff like that, but I am a huge fan of the color selection in this palette. I feel like I can create so many looks. I already have, and if I do want it a little more warm, I will combine like these colors right here because I feel like these are the more warm tone shades in the palette, and then you have cool tone shades obviously throughout the rest of it. But I do like that they included a couple warm shades that you can work with, but it has a nice shade selection. On the top here it has just a bunch of light highlighting shades, and I just like that they have a different selection of highlighting tones. So they have a yellow, a more violet one, some neutrals, and then this one's more pink. So you really have some variety when it comes to what highlight shades you're using. And then in the middle here, it's more like transition shades, and again, just different undertones. Like we got this baby blue and then a couple browns, but they're all unique, you know, they're not the same color. And then in the bottom here, we just have some darker shades, like a few plums, this like dark charcoal, a gray, and a maroon. So I feel like this shade selection is very different from other drugstore palettes. I don't see many drugstore palettes have like a baby blue or a like gray shade or anything like that. So I do like that this palette is still neutral, but it has some variety and some pops of colors that you can just add to make your look a little bit different. As for the quality of these shadows, these blend out like a dream. The first time I used them, I was really surprised with how easily they blend out and how I didn't have to work at all with the shadows. It's like I dipped my brush in, I applied it to my eye, and it like blended out itself. It's really easy to use, which was amazing. That's one thing I look for in an eyeshadow, is for it to be really easy to blend, and then I end up liking it. So this palette has great blendability. These shades blend out really nicely. They look really nice on the eyes, really smooth. They don't look chalky or anything. So for matte shades, they are amazing. In the pan, they do like appear to be more of a flat matte, but on the eyes, they don't do that at all. They don't look dry or anything. They just make your eyelid look really smooth. Honestly, if you covered up the name of this palette, I would guess that it's a high-end palette. I think it performs like a high-end palette, and the quality is just really nice throughout. There is not one shadow in here that's less than any others. They're all the same quality, they're all the same pigmentation, which is amazing. These shadows are also really buildable, so if you want just a light touch of it, you can dip your brush really lightly and go in on the eye and get just a light amount of it. But if you go in again, you can build these shadows really nicely on top of each other, and they just work together and blend together really nicely. Okay, so let's just get into these swatches. So as you guys saw in the swatches, these shadows initially are not the most pigmented, but they are very buildable, and on the eyes they just look gorgeous. Like, they are not so pigmented that you have to be careful and you don't want to apply too much. Like, I feel like they're just the right amount of pigmentation. You get enough color that you don't need to dip your brush back in 20 million times to get the color you want, but you don't have to be really careful by just tapping your brush in and being afraid that you're going to get way too much color. So I actually do like the pigmentation of these, and I think Hard Candy did a great job with them. Personally, my favorite part about these is how nice they blend on the eyes. Like, I cannot explain to you guys how nicely these shadows blend out and how flawless they look. So I'm a huge fan of this palette, as you guys can tell. I'm so happy I discovered it, and I'm so happy that Hard Candy kind of stepped up their game and brought out this palette because it is amazing. Tell me down below your thoughts on this palette if you have tried it. I'd love to know. And yes, so that completes my review on the new Hard Candy Look Pro Matte Eyeshadow Pro palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to go check out this look right here. I'll link it down below. Also, follow me on Instagram. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. And yeah, so please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. What would you guys think of me with short hair? I don't know. Hey guys, welcome. Oh my god. I just finished filming this tutorial that I'm